Now, lots of learning outcomes to cover. Obviously, we're going to look at some compliance and client care issues, why clients complain and challenge fees, some best practice around estimates and cost information, which is obviously critical. Touch upon the key funding options and best practice, how to document the arrangements with the client to avoid any problems further down the line, avoiding those awkward client conversations, and taxes to settle and not end up in court. And certainly avoiding those awkward client conversations, as you will learn, is very much about getting things right at the beginning. So, just by way of context, of course, solicitors have had a tough time, let's be honest. They've been under the microscope when it comes to their charges since the 13th century. This isn't a new thing. This has been going on a very long time. Regulation, statute, code of conduct, common law, all of these things have bitten solicitors in terms of their charges and remuneration. I just wanted to finish there with a bit of funding stuff because I know it's old hat now, but something that just to remind you, it's another area where clients can often complain. Now, we've got two limbs to what I've talked about so far. We've got the pricing side, getting that price right for the client and hopefully avoiding problems. And then the funding side, which I've just mentioned. Now, funding and pricing are symbiotic, is how I often describe them. Funding and pricing can be, of course, one and the same. Pricing, often I like to describe it as your choice of car, and funding is the fuel, if you like. Funding has long been a consideration for solicitors, obviously. It's something that we've known about for a very long time, but pricing is something that we don't tend to think of using that word price or pricing. So I want to just expand upon this a little bit because this can be a great way of making sure we avoid those conversations with clients and those fee challenges and complaints as well. Because obviously, when we give a fee to a client or an estimate to a client, that is a price at the end of the day. There's no escaping the fact that legal services deals with pricing. And obviously, that's my day job, which is teaching lawyers how to price their work. So it definitely does apply. Many law firms have only become aware of the word price on their agenda, if you like, because of the transparency pricing rules brought in by the SRA in 2013.